Niall McGrath here for Talkingbrawls, MMA.com, up in Next Generation, Northern Ireland with Rodney Moore. Rodney, big fight coming up for Norman, obviously at UFC Brazil against Gilbert Burns. First of all, how's everything with Norman?
Yeah, everyone's going great with Norman. Kind of 8-9 weeks out, so it's kind of just starting the, drawing the kind of strategy for the fight. But brilliant fight for him, and again, just back in Brazil, so it should be a good, interesting fight.
Norman was talking about possibly, getting down to 145, about a test cut. What was the thought process between yourself and Norman there, or is that something for the future?
Well, we had kind of talked about it just to kind of see, it's just to give more options. It's just, we might do a test run out there to see how it goes, but I think it might be a bit too much because Norman's huge for 155, so. Well, it's not 10 pounds, really, not a couple of minutes in the bath.
did he try or attempt to make the test cut yet?
No, not yet, no, because we got word of this fight, you see. Okay, yeah. So if we hadn't gotten in the pipeline, we were going to do a kind of test run. And again, it was just to get another option, maybe to get another fight, sort of.
Yeah, I believe I was speaking to Norman up in Dublin at the UFC World Tour press conference a couple of weeks back, and he said to myself that it was Edson Barboza was the first opponent. How did that fall out? What happened? Well,
Edson Barboza fought like 5 weeks prior, and it was waiting on a medical report coming back, and there was damage to his eye or something that was there, so we didn't get the clearance. And then they just gave us another call up for Jim Miller, but it was only like 3-week notice. But a real tough fight, so you'd need a proper training session for that to get somebody of that calibre. And then we give the Jim Miller one passed on, just says no, it's too short a notice, and then they come back with Gilbert Burns and Brazil, so happy days.
Yeah, Norman's gone back to Brazil. We know he's fought out there before. We had a dodgy result, in fairness, there the last time. Should have won that fight. I think it was Leonardo Santos, where it was a draw, where Norman clearly, I thought, took the fight. Home crowd advantage. It often happens out in Brazil, as we know. Was there a little bit of hesitancy about taking the fight back out in Brazil?
Well, part of terms and conditions, no Brazilian referee. So as far as I know, Mark Goddard's maybe gone over, but definitely that was, you're against the grain in that one. I think there was actually 2 Brazilian judges as well, and a Brazilian referee, and we actually found out that the actual Brazilian referee trained at Santos' gym too. So terrible decision, but sure, it's water under the bridge now. And
what are you preparing for Gilbert Burns? He's coming off a good win. He looks a pretty tidy opponent. We know what Norman's strengths are. He's good all over the place, good judo, great boxing. Norman really is, though, I've spoken to him obviously in the past he's really hungry to make a real statement with a finish like he did back on the local scene here in Ireland. He hasn't really translated into the UFC yet. And is there a bit of frustration you see in Norman that he's trying a little bit too hard, possibly?
I always joke with him, you try too hard, if you're looking for something that's below your feet, you won't see it type thing. So, but no, he's getting there. I think it just is pushed too hard for the finish. He's kind of getting his groove now, and the UFC, the Jersey pass now, he's getting his rhythm going again there. But as Gilbert Burns got a great fight, so it's just the same thing, staying just proper strategy, keeping your man's strong points and staying with Norman's stronger points.
Are you going to be hooking up with Eric Del Fierro again over in Alliance, or what's the situation?
Well, I think he's going to stay home for it, but Eric will probably come across for doing the corner. Also, Jamie Harbison's over in Manchester with Brendan Loughlin at the minute, so either Norm head over there for a week or something else, bring Jamie across. But no, there's loads of good guys at the gym to help get him ready and get him in shape for it. So
yeah, definitely, it's a good fight to look forward to. Also, I know Alan is fighting next week. Alan Philpott has a big fight in Bama next weekend. How's everything going with Alan ahead of that fight?
Yeah, everyone's going brilliant with Alan, and again, this is another a milestone in the UFC, or not UFC, sorry, in the MMA scene here. That'll be the first ever person in the whole of Ireland to win the Bama title and to be a world title as well. So no, he's going great, and it's a tough fight. Ed Arthur, again, highly ranked opponent. So, but no, Alan's on fire at the minute, and the main thing is weight's on target. That's the biggest fight.
So everything's good with the weight. I was about to ask you that one, yeah.
Yeah, everything perfect with the weight. He's well under there at the minute. And same thing, just as we were talking before, they're just monitoring each week. He's got a target. He needs to be at that gradually. So, just a couple of kilos the night before over in the bath. So
yeah, he's just outside there. He seems in very good buoyant form. He seems to be buzzing. Is he peaking at the right time? Everything on plan?
Everyone's going to, you say, protocol. We're all on target like the whole way through, and now he's buzzing there before he sent a wee crab wee shot in the corner, giving off to everybody. But no, he's full of beans there. He says he's like covering the class and stuff there at the minute. So no, he's going great in the bench sparring here then.
So obviously, it's going to be a big few months for you guys here. And we've Alan next weekend. Norman, are we looking at a clean sweep for next gen?
Well, hopefully so, and then we've a couple of guys in battle zone too, 16th.
Yeah,
16th of June. So that's another, hopefully 2 titles there, Gavin and wee Reese as well. So no, things are going good there, like, so hopefully a few more belts to bring home. And
you've yourself, your Kumite Fight Night, you've won a fight night coming up in July.
There was another show of our own going at Kumite too. It's now in a local hotel in Ballymena here, 5th of July. So there'll be loads of fights in that too. So.
Any fights in the pipeline or anything announced that you're going to set in stone?
Oh, nothing really as such yet. Just a few local fighters here. We're trying to get matches for them. You know, like popular guys in the town that they're doing well, like in the MMA scene. So trying to be Reese McKee, Mark Andrew, Connor White. So out there, and maybe either we Arno DeSantos or else Andy maybe head the bill or something like that. You know, get a pro fight day. Couple of pro fights they had it like, but no, a good card. I've a few of all emails and private messages from other coaches we putting fighters forward, so it's just getting together and getting good matchups and good fights like. So
excellent. Rodney, it's been an absolute pleasure. Love the setup down here. Guys, get along down to Rodney. How do you get in contact with your on social networks as well, I presume?
Yeah, and any just want to find out about the gym, either on Facebook, myself, Rodney Moore, or IMMA Gym Next Generation, on Twitter as well at IMMA Gym. So give us a shout and hook up with us.
Pleasure, Rodney, as always. Cheers.